Good evening, everybody, and thank you so much for joining me. Tonight, I'm going to be talking about a super cool thing that you can do while we are all enjoying a more staycation holiday at home this year. I hope this will get your brain and ideas going so you can enjoy some a little bit more unique things to really explore the area that you're in. Now, if you have any questions or comments, please pop them down below. Now, I'm also excited to tell you that I'm going to be offering small group tours with me starting next year. Now, I have 3 that I'm building out right now, and I'm concentrating on Canada since there's so many great things here. So next year, I'm looking at Newfoundland, going there in the late spring, very early summer to make sure that we catch the icebergs, the whales, the puffins, and plus the Vikings and all my favorite spots in Newfoundland. Then in the summer, I am putting together a truly BC West Coast hike that is specifically geared to people who like to get out in nature but are not super fit, just like me. Now, most multi-day hikes in North America require a higher fitness level, and I'm looking to change this. I'm taking stuff that I learned and liked about treks that I did over in Asia and different areas in the world. So I'm really excited about that. And then in the fall, I am so excited. I'm going to head up to the Canadian Arctic in the Northwest Territories. Now, this is going to be a super epic trip to watch and photograph the largest caribou migration, see the northern lights, and be able to touch the Arctic Ocean, among a bunch of other really cool experiences. Now, these tours are going to be very small group tours. So if you are interested in any of these, please email me, message me, leave a comment below, and just let me know if you're interested, and then I'll be sure that you are one of the first people to find out all the information when I have it. So now let's get on with the show. So for right now, I don't have a ton of photos on this one. I have a few, but I really want to talk to you about the one thing that I have really taken a shine to doing is creating my own mini tours. Now, these are super simple to put together and anyone can do them, and they don't have to cost a lot, and it's a great way to explore your city and see some different areas and places that you didn't know of. Now, I've done a couple here at home, and they were super fun and a lot of new places to meet. Now, the first one I did was a donut tour with my sister. So basically what we did is we got a list of all the top donut shops. And we went around and got donuts at, I think it was six places, and just stopped off. We did a whole tour all around Vancouver and Richmond, and just kind of in a concentrated area, well, sort of concentrated. It's concentrated as you can in Vancouver. Now, when you go through here, you know, we're tasting everything as we go. The problem with the donut tour is bringing it down to just getting one donut at each place. That just was not going to happen. We ended up getting a lot of donuts, which we shared with all of our neighbors when we got home. So go around, you know, be a food critic for the day, see which ones you love and which ones you're like, overrated, and then let your friends know and put it up on social media and tell us what it was like. You know, Amy did a breakdown of the prices of what we did. We definitely went to Joe's, which is an awesome fish and chips place here, to break up all the sweet. But we also posted about which ones were our favorites, which donuts were our favorites, which flavors, and all of that. So it was really, really cool. And then the next one we did was also again with my sister and my aunt this time, is we went and did an ice cream tour. So again, we looked up the favorite ice cream shops in Vancouver, and we just made a little tour of all of the ones that we picked out. And it was delicious. Again, the hard thing to do here was just picking one flavor and eating a lot of ice cream. But we went to different areas that we didn't know of. We went to almost all the shops we hadn't been to before, and we just tried a little bit of everything. This one here, I was a little bit I was a little greedy because I was assuming that because they were called mini ice cream sandwiches, they're not so mini. So my sister and aunt shared one, and I just got my own because I was like, well, they're mini, not so many. And so go out and try different areas in your area. This one here was all soft serve ice cream. And this one basically made the ice cream right in front of you. So it was definitely very, very interesting. Now, if you are wanting to do this, there are different ways that you can go about and do it. My favorite is basically doing a little bit of research. Doesn't take long. And what you want to do is decide kind of what you want to try out. Now, it doesn't always have to be food. So some of the options that I like to pick out, I'm going to be doing a taco tour this summer, but you can do a taco tour. You can also do a bakery tour. So pick out different bakeries. Food truck tours. There's food trucks everywhere now. So try different food trucks. A lot of places have apps of where you can find the food trucks. So get on that. Or you can think of your favorite food and try out different places of where you want to do that. So think of small food. So think of things that you can get like just little tasters of. And then the other thing that you can do is pick things that are non-food related. So do the best view. So I would do the best views of Vancouver, and it'll, show you different areas to go to, different mountains to see above, or different skylines and different rooftops and that. So pick out a few of those. Do a beach tour, a park tour, a small town tour, and shopping street areas. Because you know how there's certain sections in town and in different cities that have really great shopping streets. Go out to a couple different ones and see which ones you like the best. Now, to do this, all I did was Google on, to research on Google, basically putting in the best blank in whatever your city is. So they will come up with a lot of blogs, a lot of people have already done their own research. So just grab a couple from them and see which ones are in and around each other. What I do is I open up Google Maps and I plop in all the different locations. Excuse me. And then I see which ones are doable. Some of them are like on the outlying areas and stuff like that, so a little bit out of the way. So I just eliminate those ones, and then I do a little map route of it. And then basically you take that route, plug it into your GPS, off you go. So some of the non-food tours, like some of the views or the small town tours and stuff like that, you can do over a few days, because sometimes you just want to spend a lot more time there. So you can do it over a couple days, or if you're doing some smaller ones, try and fit it all into one day, because then that way you can really compare and really remember what you're experiencing, because from day to day, if you're anything like me, you forget what you did the day before. So it's easy if you can do it the day of. Now, the best thing about these mini tours is just learning how to put together like a little tour. And I love doing these things when I am out traveling as well. And I think it's a really great way to experience kind of a unique thing to you while you're traveling. Now, I did this when I was in Bangkok. I was on a long layover. So I was just there, I think, for 22 hours. And I had planned out a little route for myself, and I'll just show you a quick couple photos. I did a cafe tour. Now, Bangkok and most of Thailand, they're really well known for their coffee culture. So they have all these really cool cafes. Now, they have themed cafes, they have high-end cafes, they have, really cool cafes. So I did a mixture of all of those. So I did some themed cafes. Which one is here is the Mermaid Castle. It was not worth the hype. I found the two themed cafes were not worth the hype. They were cute, but it was meh. This one is the Unicorn Cafe. Yes, you can rent a unicorn onesie while you hang out and eat your food here. So definitely an experience. This one here was in actually one of the higher end shopping malls, and it was my favorite. It's Strauss Parlor, and it's basically it's a designer sisters, and they have a clothing line. And then they put together these cafes as well. They're just super luxurious and wonderful. Like this is what I had for tea. And then from there I went to, let me just go here. So from there, I went to a couple other ones that included some cafes that were also in shopping malls and a few other places. Some were closed when I got there, but I also incorporated different transportations to get to the different places. So I added in not only unique places that you might not necessarily go to, but you get to experience that and try out different transportation. So I walked. I took their version of the SkyTrain, the BTS, and then I also did a motorbike taxi, which, yes, you can rent those through Uber over there. They also have them that you can flag down and hire as well. So it's definitely something really fun and cool that you can do. Now, one of the things that you want to look at when you are doing it for travel is you want to think of these things kind of before you leave and build it into your trip. You want to kind of find out what you want to do and kind of what the place is known for. So some of the ideas that I thought of for us tonight is doing a patisserie tour. You know, you can break that down even further and picking a specific type of pastry that you're wanting to try in each place. You can do a cafe tour like I did there. You can do a street food tour. There's so many places that have street food that are fantastic. A hot chocolate tour. If you're not into coffee like me, I've done hot chocolate tours. You can pick a specific food that that country is known for and go to a few different places to have that. You know, if you're going to be doing the specialty of whatever that place is, you know it's going to be put together and prepared really well there. You can do museum tours. So you can do that over a couple of days and then just see which types of museums you like the best. Rooftop bars. Go out and have some drinks and see which bars that you like. You can also do pool tours. So in some countries, certain hotels that are more luxurious that you probably not necessarily will be able to stay at if it's too expensive, they will give out passes that you can purchase and hang out at the pool. So you can try the different pool areas. You also want to look on and see what the popular culture is. So another thing in Bangkok, which is very popular culture, is shopping malls. You would never think it, but shopping malls is quite a cultural thing in Thailand, or at least in the big cities. So there are a number of different shopping malls there where there's high-end, there's malls for specific things, there's malls decorated very specifically. So it's really quite interesting to see what the malls are like. Now, this is something that I would highly recommend that you guys do. Think of different things outside your box that you kind of like, and then things that you are in the cities. So just start Googling and seeing, you know, top things to do in whatever city it is. Then from there you can pick out one of the things and then say, you know, they have basically like say tacos, and then just Google best taco places in Vancouver or whatever your city you're at. So you'll be able to create a small tour, go around and enjoy looking at part of your city in a new way. Definitely take pictures, definitely record down what you ate, how much it was, what you thought about it, and post it on social media so everyone can get your opinion on these different things, because everyone's looking for recommendations on places to go. So I hope this gives you a few ideas on how to spend a bit of your staycation. You know, you can do different tours throughout the whole summer. And from here, this is how you find me. You can reach me at my websites, launchytravels.com and Jen Williams Photography. You can get me on Instagram, Facebook, and you can also email me. And lastly, If you want to download my free travel planner, you can download it there. I will see you guys next week, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.